Principles of Management students, welcome to week number 5. This is Mr. Argueta. All right, so for the most part, I want to congratulate you all on such a good job in regards to your discussion post. I've been enjoying reading some of your comments. We've talked about several things in regards to our topics. Of course, the very last one was the cell phones for soldiers and ethical behavior, the 3 questions that you ask yourself when making an ethical, if this is ethical or not. I think everyone understands the concept of the discussions. You basically give me your thoughts and point of views, and then you go and find 2 other students and you reply to them. A couple things I want to mention. A 1-sentence reply is not acceptable. By this time in your educational career, you should be able to have a conversation with someone. So make sure you are putting a little effort into that. I do not want to put a word limit, nor do I want to micromanage you in regards to your discussions, but I think that it is fair to say that you are all capable of understanding what I mean by that, and just give me some substance in the replies, please. I do not want to start docking points from your discussions. This week, we enter a chapter 5, which is in regards to decision making. So with week 5 and chapter 5, we talk about planning and decision making from different levels. The highest level, if you may, the big picture of things is called the strategic plan. In the strategic plan, we focus on something called a SWOT analysis, S-W-O-T. The SWOT analysis really focuses up on a company's strengths and weaknesses from an internal perspective. And we look at the opportunities and threats from the external perspective. So, for example, if I was going to do a SWOT analysis for Nike, I would say that one of Nike's biggest strengths is advertisement, is marketing. So that's one of the core competencies that they have, something that they're really good at. Their brand recognition is definitely an internal strength. We're going to try from a analysis perspective, try to find what is it that makes Nike different than everyone else. And then we're going to look at some of the weaknesses. Maybe one of the weaknesses I would say about Nike is they don't have any manufacturing plants. They outsource all their work. They don't have any manufacturing production plants anymore. All of the work is done by someone else. That's a weakness that they have. They don't have control over that as much as they would if they own the manufacturing portion of their business. So when I look at the opportunities, I don't look at an internal perspective of a company. I look at what's going on the outside of the company, the environment that they're in. What are some of the opportunities that maybe Nike has not captured? I would say, let's see, so they're in the footwear and they're in the apparel. Maybe they need to go into more technology driven, like, they had the Nike watch. Maybe they need to explore more of those technologies, and possibly even like a technology in their clothing, maybe temperature reading shirts for runners or people who do exercise, or something that will give more analysis in your workout. Maybe Nike should explore those opportunities. But what are some of the threats? I would say that for Nike, some of the threats would probably be a lot of different players in that same industry. Under Armour is a huge company that now has started eating away at Nike's market share. So that's a threat. Another threat is probably the fact that people are becoming a little more eco-friendly, if you may, and Nike is known for a lot of waste. So the culture in our society now has been very conscious of waste, and Nike has not yet really become this eco-friendly company, if you may, or has not given back as much as people might want them to. The conditions that their factories are in had a lot of heat in the past, so that's what a SWOT analysis does. And the reason why we use these SWOT analysis is we try to find a strategic plan on how the direction the company is going with, what we should work on to improve our weaknesses, or what opportunities might be out there that align themselves with our strengths, and be careful with some of the threats that might be in the horizon. So this week, your discussion post is going to be your own SWOT analysis. I don't care what company you pick. Pick whatever company you are familiar with or you are interested in and create a SWOT analysis. In Blackboard, I showed you an example, a very simple example of Coke and a SWOT analysis someone did about Coke. But I also showed you sort of the scheme of what they should look like. So you have your strengths and your weaknesses, which are internally viewed, and then you have your opportunity and threats, which are external. So make sure you reply to 2 other classmates to get the full credit. And as I mentioned before, give me some substance in your discussion post. Other than that, you have your weekly assignments that you do for Chapter 5. And, one last thing. I wanted to make sure I informed you. I will be offering live office hours, which is a live chat. If anybody is interested or has questions or wants to talk to me about something, that would be a good opportunity to do that. I will be posting when I'll do it, and I'll be, like I said, live. All you have to do is go to the tab under your main screen in Blackboard that says live office hours, and I will open that up and you click on join the room, and you literally will see me in a live video chat, and we can talk, or you can chat traditionally like with your keyboard and so on. I think that's about all, guys. I hope you're still having a good time and you're doing well in your classes. Make sure you're keeping up to date. Midterms right around the corner, so don't want you guys to fall too behind. If you are behind, get with me quickly, because after midterms I don't go back. So once midterm has passed, I don't go back to those previous chapters. So let's work on whatever you still have left and let's get you caught up. All right, I think that's it this weekend. Falcons, so go Falcons, man. Let's see if we can win a Super Bowl. Talk to you soon.